Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the War Train here. Do me a favor, if you're not already subscribed, think about subscribing to the channel, guys. I try to put gaming content out like this on a steady basis, and if you guys enjoyed this video, do me a favor, please give it a thumbs up. Now with that said, today's video, I want to talk about the arcade 1-ups. Now, first off, I want to say I hope everybody had a great Christmas, and hopefully if you wanted one, you got one of these arcade 1-up systems. Now, I know there was a lot of people that left me comments in my other arcade 1-up videos that were so excited, we're getting one this Christmas, bought one for their family as a gift. Maybe they bought it for themselves as a gift. I talked to a lot of people from the other videos I put up, a lot of awesome conversations in the comments. So thanks to anybody that left some comments and talked with me. It was awesome. I learned a lot of stuff. But for those of you that got one of these things, what do you think? I would love to hear how your experience is. Are you guys having a great time? Are you having an awful time? Did you have problems putting it together? Was it easy? Did you have imperfections, gashes in the system, scratches in the screen here? I'd really like to know what you guys had happen with your experience with this company's, basically trying to put out a somewhat cheaper version of an arcade classic. I absolutely think these things are really cool for the price that they are, because let me put it this way. I'm in my game room, which is in my basement of my house. Now, there is no way that I would get a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles machine and a Street Fighter 2 arcade cabinet down here. There's just no way. It would never fit down the steps in here. But these things I'm able to bring down here, assemble down here, and I can move them out of here by myself. That's pretty awesome. Plus, they didn't, financially destroy me. Because owning arcade cabinets can be very pricey, because not only do you have to pay for them, but you basically have to move them into wherever you live. You have to maintain them, because there's going to be stuff that goes wrong with them. You've got mechanical parts, you've got electronic parts, and you've got, actual physical, construction to it that could just break down because maybe the wood's old or whatever. There can be all kinds of problems. But they are awesome. I would love to have some real arcade cabinets in my house, but, honestly, it's probably not going to happen anytime soon. But these things make it possible for me to relive that, part of my youth that I just absolutely just had a blast and love to remember. They, do a decent job of bringing me back to that point, because I played a lot of these two machines when I was, a kid. I mean, I had an absolute blast with both of these machines, from my early teenage years on. An absolute blast. That's why when I first seen these things, I just wanted one so bad. I was blown away. This one I didn't know if I'd ever get. I had to have it though, so I made it happen. And I'm glad that I do have it. But, as cool as these things are, just like in some of my other videos, I have mentioned the problems that you do get with these things, because it's definitely not all roses here. You will find problems, and I want to hear about the problems that maybe you guys have had. Like, if you guys had some issues with something working right out of the box, I'd love to hear about it. I had problems right out of the box with this right here. I have it in another video. This joystick right here for Raphael was sticking, and the character just ran to the side of the screen. That stuff I'd love to hear, if people had problems. And I do have, I do have a video where I show inside one of these joysticks kind of what I did to fix it. So if you're having a similar problem, definitely check that out if you're confused on what to do. Because, let's face it, if you want to return it or something, it might not be that easy to do, because they might be sold out of them. I know that's definitely something that can happen, especially with a popular one. like the Turtles one. You know, because this thing, when I got it, it was sold. I got it on Black Friday for $350. It was sold out that night. The next day, there was none of these left. I didn't even know I had the problem until the next day. But there's other problems. I know with the Street Fighter 2 one, this is just a problem with the design. The good thing is they've been getting better. That one has a speaker right on the control, right on top of the controls. That's just where the speaker placement is, which to me is pretty unfortunate that they put it there. This one, thank God, is underneath. I definitely like that a lot better. It sounds way better, especially because it has 2 speakers. This one only having 1 speaker. You have problems with 2 out of 3 of the Street Fighter games basically canceling some of the sound out. So to me, that's a problem, and for a lot of people, that's a problem. A lot of people won't even get one of these because of that. But like I said, they've been doing a better job with the newer versions of these things. Now, those are still going to have problems too. You know, people are finding problems with these all the time. But the one thing is, you know, you got to remember, you're not buying the actual arcade machine that you played. You know, if you would buy one of these Ninja Turtle cabinets, you're looking at $3,000 plus. You probably start at $3,000, and who knows what kind of shape that cabinet would be in. It could be just beat up, parts could not be working. You might have to dump money into it, but $3,000, you know, let's just say that. You know, what a big difference. This is $350, so a huge price difference. Now, obviously, this runs off emulation, so I mean, you're emulating the ROMs, so right there, that changes things. You know, the arcade machine, the cabinet, you're using hardware, so it's completely different. But I mean, for the price and what they're trying to do, I think they do a pretty fair job of what they set out to do, and is to bring that arcade and you know, just nostalgic feeling back to households just like this one, where I could bring this thing and put it in my basement. You know, it's pretty cool. And like I said, there's problems. You know, I've had like problems with the joystick, problems with scratched screens. Other people have left me comments where in this game, specifically in one of the boss fights later in the game, there's actually some sound cancellations in there going on. You know, that bothers some people. A lot of people, you know, it doesn't bother. It's meant for a mass market. So a lot of these people maybe don't play games all the time, and they see something like this, think it's really cool. Maybe played the game as a teenager or a kid. Well, you know, want to bring it home, mess around with it a little bit, and let their family kind of mess around with it, and just kind of, you know, have a good time. But they're not heavy gamers like maybe you are or like I am, so we're going to notice all the little imperfections that others are not going to notice, or they're not going to care about. But obviously, we're going to care about it. But, you know, that's why there's videos like this or other ones that are going to kind of bring those things to light. Now, there's another channel, Pat from Game On, great channel. He does a do-it-yourself mod where there's little screw holes in these from when you put them together. He fills those in with just a little cap and paints the cap to blend it with the actual artwork. It's awesome. It makes it look 10 times, maybe more than 10 times better. It's night and day. Because once you see and notice those screw holes from putting it together, you don't unsee those screw holes. So, awesome mod. Like I said, his name's Pat from Game On. Go check him out. Like, it's an awesome, just easy, do-it-yourself mod. Anybody could do. Order the stuff for probably under $15. But go check him out. You know, it's pretty sweet, and it's definitely something to, you know, hide some of those imperfections if it bothers you. Some people, that stuff doesn't matter. Me, I plan on doing that actually, but for right now, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the cabinets. I know the Street Fighter 2, I do want to heavily mod that one, but this one, I probably am going to leave alone because I really do like the Ninja Turtle everything. I just like the whole design of it. I think is just awesome. The other one, I may put a Raspberry Pi build into it. I have all the stuff to do it. I just got to do it. That's something I've been planning for a while. I just haven't got to it yet. But like I said, what problems are you guys having? Another thing, if you got the Ninja Turtles, especially, there's differences in this song. I had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Turtles in Time Super Nintendo game, and right away, just from playing that game, pretty recent, because I play that one with the kids quite a bit. It's one of my favorites, but we play that, and when you play the song on here, it's night and day. Now, I heard that was a remix version on here due to some licensing problems. Now, if you have this, you'll notice on the bottom is Nickelodeon's logo, and Nickelodeon had to put their, or wanted Arcade1Up to put their logo on there, because now they own the licensing for the Ninja Turtles. Now, this was actually a Konami game, and you'll still find Konami's name in the actual ROM, but you will not find it on the cabinet. So these are just little things that you might notice with your cabinet. And like I said, this is not by any means the real cabinet. It's just, you know, a somewhat downscaled version of a at-home kind of, basically way to mimic what it was like back in the day. You know, is it perfect? No, not at all. But is it worth the money? In my opinion, it is, because it's not super expensive. You know, you can get pretty good deals on these things if you keep an eye out. I got this for $350 when it was $400. I got it for $350 on Black Friday. And who knows, you know, some people may be able to find this a lot cheaper. I have heard people leave comments where they've seen this for $200. I haven't seen that, but, you know, I wouldn't doubt it. Because the Street Fighter 2 one, originally they were all marked at $299.99, I think. And that one I got for $149.99. And I still see it for $100, or I still see it for $299.99 sometimes. You know, so there's definitely some variances in pricing. It's just a matter of what you keep an eye out for. But what do you guys think of your Arcade1Up? Do you like these things? Hate them? Was it easy to put together or a real pain in the ass? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. But I appreciate you guys watching and checking out the video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. And if you're not already, subscribe to the channel, guys. Like I said, I try to put content out like this on a steady basis. But that's it, guys. I'm the War Train, and I'm out. Have a good one.